Hello there, Nathan Wright here with Medi65, based out of Hendersonville, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. If you like what you see today, go ahead and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Thank you. Today, I want to talk about something I get asked about constantly, the Medicare Savings Program. A lot of folks call me up and say, hey, I got this in the mail. It says my Part B premium can be paid. Is that true or is that a scam? I get that question all of the time. Let's clear it up. It can absolutely be true. It's part of what's called the Medicare Savings Program, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works using the official Medicare.gov website right here. There are 4 kinds of Medicare Savings Program: QMB, SLMB, QI, and QDWI. In order to have your Part B premium paid for by the state, you have to qualify for one of these. Now, here's the important part. It's usually the state that actually pays this, usually through your state's Medicaid program. Here in Tennessee, we call it TennCare. So you're dealing with 2 different government entities. Medicare is federal, and your state government actually sends the money to Medicare on your behalf. It can get a little confusing, so think of this as your guide to figuring out where you stand based on your income. Let's start at the highest income level and work our way down. First is QDWI, Qualified Disabled and Working Individuals. This one's for people under 65 who are disabled and still working. The monthly income limit here is pretty high. For 2026, it's $5,405 for an individual and $7,299 for a married couple. This program only helps pay your Part A premium, which can run up to $565 a month in 2026 if you don't qualify for premium free. Now, next, down to the QI program. It stands for Qualifying Individual. For 2026, if you make up to $1,816 a month as an individual or $2,455 as a married couple, you'll likely qualify. QI pays your Part B premium, which in 2026 is $202.90 a month. One thing to know, QI is funded year to year and approved first come, first serve. So you have to reapply annually. And if you're close to that limit, even with a few dollars, I'd say go ahead and apply. Next is SLMB, Specified Low Income Medicare Beneficiary. For 2026, the limit is $1,616 for an individual and $2,184 for a married couple. SLMB also pays your Part B premium. Some markets may also make you eligible for a plan with extra benefits like dental, vision, or hearing, but availability really depends on where you live. And then the program that gets you the most benefit, QMB, Qualified Medicare Beneficiary. For 2026, your monthly income limit is $1,350 as an individual, $1,824 as a married couple. QMB pays your Part B premium, and it also covers your deductibles, copays, and coinsurance for Medicare Part A and B. QMB also qualifies you for what's called a dual plan. Now, what is a dual plan? It takes advantage of the fact that you have Medicare Part A and B, and you also qualify for a QMB level Medicaid. You'll hear this called a lot of different things depending on where you live. Medicaid, QMB, TennCare, here in my state. Every state has its own name for it. But in a nutshell, if your income is at or below that QMB limit, your Part B premium gets paid by the state, and you may even qualify for a dual Medicare Advantage plan, meaning zero premium, zero copays, zero deductibles in many cases, along with generous dental, vision, and hearing, and often transportation and over-the-counter benefits. I do want to mention all of these figures include a standard income disregard, and they can be higher depending on the state you live in. So if you're close to any of these numbers, it's always worth checking rather than assuming that you don't qualify. I'll have the current numbers linked in the description so you can look them straight up from Medicare.gov yourself. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe, like, and share this video. It might help someone you know who's wondering if that letter in the mailbox is legit. And if you have any other Medicare questions you'd like me to cover, drop them in the comments below. Thanks so much and have a great day.